The tragic downfall of Josh Duggar continues to haunt everyone who followed the Duggar family's rise to fame. But for those paying close attention, the real heartbreak started long before the scandal. It began with his personal life, his broken marriage, his disconnection from family, and it's now culminating in what appears to be Josh completely giving up. The whispers have turned into cries. Josh has lost everything, a source close to the situation reportedly said. He's not the man he once was. And at this point, he doesn't even seem to care anymore. Once the golden child of the Duggar family and the eldest of Jim, Bob, and Michelle's 19 children, Josh's life had all the signs of success. He married young, had several kids, and was placed front and center during the early days of 19 kids and counting. TLC pushed him as the example, the future patriarch. But what we didn't know back then was that the perfect image was hiding a devastating truth. Josh's marriage to Anna Duggar was once seen as solid, unshakable, even. Anna stood by him through scandal, trials, and prison time. But according to multiple insiders, things began to fall apart privately before the world even learned about Josh's secret life. Sources say the divorce talks began years ago but were kept under wraps due to pressure from both family and faith. Divorce in the Duggar world is unthinkable, said one insider. But even Anna started to break down after years of betrayal. When Josh was arrested and convicted, Anna tried to stay strong. She visited him in prison. She even shielded her kids from media storms. But eventually, the cracks in her emotional stability began to show. And by late 2024, rumors started to spread. Anna had consulted legal counsel. Divorce became more than just a thought. It became an action plan. When the news quietly broke that Anna had moved out of their family home and into a small rental near her sister's residence, Duggar fans were stunned. But what really shocked everyone was Josh's reaction, or rather, his complete lack of one. According to prison insiders, Josh received the divorce papers without much of a fight. He just stared at them, a source at FCI Segoville revealed. He didn't cry, didn't scream. It was like something in him just shut off. In the weeks that followed, Josh reportedly stopped participating in group activities. He rarely communicated with other inmates. And he started refusing phone calls, even from his children. What could break someone down to that level? Observers point to the fact that Josh's entire identity was tied to his family and his role as a husband and father. With Anna pulling away and his kids no longer visiting regularly, that identity has crumbled. He's lost his last lifeline, one Duggar family friend said. Josh isn't fighting anymore. He's just waiting. Family members have remained silent, but sources say that even Jim Bob has distanced himself. Jim Bob tried to fix it all early on, a Duggar cousin shared. But when Anna walked away, Jim Bob saw it as a defeat. He sees Josh as a lost cause now. That silence from the Duggar camp has been deafening. Michelle, once fiercely protective, has not mentioned Josh in months. Jana, who used to care for the kids during family events, reportedly hasn't spoken to Anna since the separation. And Anna? She's focused on survival. Friends close to Anna say she's relying heavily on her sisters and church community to rebuild her life. She's taken steps to get a job, something unheard of for a Duggar woman, and has enrolled her children in a small Christian homeschool co-op outside of Arkansas. She's done being quiet, one source said. She's doing this for her kids. Anna's decision to finally walk away came after years of inner turmoil. She reportedly battled intense guilt, spiritual confusion, and emotional trauma. She felt like leaving would mean she failed, a former friend shared. But in the end, she realized staying meant she was failing herself. Meanwhile, Josh is sinking deeper into a dark place. Reports suggest that prison staff are closely monitoring Josh due to signs of depression and possible withdrawal. He's declined to attend chapel, which was once his weekly routine. He barely eats. He no longer writes letters. It's like he's given up, one staffer said. He just sits there, staring at nothing. Experts say this kind of behavior isn't uncommon among inmates whose personal lives have collapsed completely. Divorce, especially when tied to strong religious beliefs, can trigger a complete identity crisis, explained Dr. Lauren Morris, a criminal psychologist. In Josh's case, he's lost his status, his family, his future. He has nothing left. This downward spiral has even caught the attention of TLC fans, many of whom once rooted for his redemption. But now, the tone has changed. Sympathy is mixed with caution, and for some, disbelief that Anna stayed as long as she did. But make no mistake, Josh's fall from grace is not just about legal trouble. It's about the slow, brutal unraveling of a life built on secrets. One insider described it as a death in slow motion. Josh isn't just behind bars, he's isolated, emotionally flatlined, and now completely cut off from the family he once ruled. And while some Duggar siblings continue to post cheerful updates and positive family outings, the topic of Josh remains taboo. It's like he never existed, one fan noted after watching Joanna's recent vlog. No one even says his name anymore. Even among the children, the silence is heavy. Anna has tried to keep things as normal as possible for their 7 kids, but friends say the older ones are beginning to ask more questions. They miss their dad, but they're also starting to understand why he's not around, a source revealed. Anna's walking a tightrope between truth and protection. In an emotionally charged moment, a friend of the family said Anna recently broke down in tears during a Bible study, admitting, "I didn't want this, but I can't keep pretending." That moment, captured only through secondhand accounts, shows just how deeply this divorce and its aftermath are impacting everyone involved. As for Josh, the man who once walked red carpets and appeared on national TV now spends his days pacing a concrete cell, his name forgotten by the world that once celebrated him. Family,
fans, faith, fame,
all gone. And now even Anna. In one last gut-wrenching twist, prison insiders say Josh was seen tearing up a letter he'd written but never sent. He just crumpled it up and threw it away, the staffer said. Whatever was in that letter, it was the last thing he cared about. It's unclear whether that letter was intended for Anna, his children, or even God. But one thing is certain, Josh Duggar has reached a point of no return. He's lost his marriage, his role as a father, his place in his family. And now he's lost the will to fight. Sources say he's no longer appealing his case. He's not engaging with his legal team. He's done, one insider said flatly. He's given up forever. Whether you believe he deserves sympathy or not, one fact remains. This story is no longer about scandal, it's about emotional collapse. About a man who once had everything and is now nothing but a name on a prison file.
There are no TV cameras now.
No family portraits. No second chances. Just silence. And in that silence, the truth settles. Josh Duggar's story has ended. Not with a bang, but with a whisper of defeat. A man who once stood at the center of America's most controversial family has faded into the shadows, his legacy shattered by secrets, shame, and now, silence. Hello, lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Charistina. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.